Virtus Pro are looking at a total game record of 19-3. In order for OG to turn this series around and be the finals of ESL One LA, they have to double Virtus Pro's total losses in this tournament. That already seems like a steep hill to climb, but now they're already down a game in this series, and it feels like the odds are stacked against them in the draft too, where you guys are beginning to agree, but I mean, considering game one, I feel like Virtus Pro was going to be a lot more favored.
Yeah, I thought so too. And one of those losses that they had in this tournament was them having already secured the bracket and just messing around. They picked Pudge. Right now, we're going to go to game number 6 total of OG versus VP. We're playing a best of 11.
They are currently 5-0 against OG.
They won the best of 9, so we're just going to keep running it up. Can you
what do you think about the draft, though?
If they ended up getting 3-0'd from here, and then they were still up 5-3 total.
5-3. Yeah,
that'd be pretty funny. Or even if they lost the next one and they reverse sweeped it. I would enjoy that.
6-3 and lost the tournament.
I think it's a very free lot of hero games, let me say.
So I already know it's a free Necrophos game.
Yes.
It seems like a great Oracle game. My goodness.
And it's a very good Enigma game, too. It's a good lot of hero games.
Piercing Disable, unless you get Aether Lens on Legion Commander.
For OG, you actually... Okay, so last game they went for the 4 Protect 1 because that was a strat they've won with a lot.
Yeah.
They just won a series with it. And so they're doing the exact opposite now and saying, we're going to fight you literally nonstop. Low cooldowns, Ion Shell, Surged Up, Ember Spirit. We're just going to all in try to fight everywhere on the map. Yeah. Without hesitation. Against a team that is very much slow-paced, has to gather up together, a little bit immobile. The amount of catch that they have is okay, of course, with Beastmaster, but it's not super easy for them to play on lanes because they don't... If you look at VP's lineup, the one thing they don't do very well is push out waves really easily. Whereas Ion Shell plus like Stroke of Fate and stuff, like they have 2 supports that push out waves really easily.
What you mean by VP not very easily? It's like they actually have to have a hero.
Yeah, they have to commit to
They have to show Necrophos sitting there trying to right-click creeps, and that's an opportunity to be ganked, right?
It's different when I say like being able to shove waves really quickly. It's like Storm can just zip in and zip out.
Yeah.
Darkseer can just always Ion Shell a wave, and he'll deal with it pretty quickly. Like they're just heroes like that.
Axes, Death Pulse, those don't one-shot waves.
No,
you have to actually stick around and attack the wave a decent amount. That is an opportunity. So I feel like what you're saying here is that Virtus Pro, like one-to-one matchups, really strong,
very good,
but there is going to be weakness in their lineup.
Yeah, 100%.
OG may be able to exploit that.
These 2 lineups are probably as different as it gets for me in terms of overall playstyle and what they want on the map. Because OG, like I said, they push out waves very quickly, and they want to fight nonstop, and I feel like VP are literally the polar opposite of that.
Well, that is already a bit annoying. 33 is going to have to play against no one's mid Darkseer, and he throughout the game is going to have to worry about being purged out by Fortune's End from solo.
I just the one thing is that Shadow Demon is very good in this game at being able to deal with the Necrophos. So it's not like the freest Necrophos game I think I've ever seen in my life or anything like that. And I think Seb is going to have a good laning phase too. What they've done is they've dodged the Darkseer away from the Oracle, which I think is very smart.
And Seb, having a good game in the Legion Commander. I mean, he's carried a game before for OG in this tournament off of his mid-Legion Commander, right? Mid-Legion Commander against Bat, I believe, was the matchup. So if you give this 2-time TI winner a free lane, he will have a good impact game, and maybe they can snowball that into a pretty big lead. We'll have to see. Sumail is going to be playing bottom lane Ember Spirit against Resolution's Beastmaster. He had an insanely good axe. We'll see how beastly his Beastmaster is.
Haha. He's only got 1 DS right now.
Yeah.
So not good.
Not going great, but hey, at least the creep wave's pushing into you. Looks like they blocked out the hard camps, so... Oh, never mind. They just guessed wrong, so the Dire Sentry is still there. It just sucks playing a mid matchup where you can't secure the range creep, right? I feel like, Blitz, I've heard you say something like that before.
Yeah, losing range creep in mid. Go next, please.
And then this is what 33's there's no option, right?
Yeah, most of the really popular mids nowadays have like some way to pressure or secure the range creep. It's so, I don't know, it's just the most gold that you can get. It's a good amount of experience, and it's just like, for Necrophos anyways, it also gives him HP regen and mana, because that's one thing that Darkseer should be able to do, is shout somebody else out of the wave. But level 1 Ion Shell is so weak. It's so easy to deny around that. Like 33 is kind of just getting hunted right now in mid.
He's taking a lot of damage. They actually saved the bounty rune for him. So with his early bottle pickup, he was able to burn through those charges, go back and refill his bottle.
Yeah, top lane and bottom lane are going exceedingly well for OG. So the laning phase last game, I mean, they just got destroyed in all the lanes. Yeah. But this game, 2 out of 3, very good. And their lane is very fast. Like, I think BSJ in the panel saying like 95-5 by BSJ was a little bit strong for me, because I can still see a way that OG wins this game. I do think it is hard. If we're just, I mean, we're just like doing semantics here or something, but I'd say like 70-30 or something like that. I do think there's like a very clear way for OG to win this game, whereas I didn't really feel that in the last game. In the last game, I had no idea how they were supposed to win.
Yeah. So at least, so you think it's an improvement on game 1?
Yeah, I mean, but I think for whatever reason, it'll still look pretty one-sided. Yeah. Just Zayats is still free farming. I've yet to have a reason to doubt this guy's Enigma.
Oh, we've had no reason to doubt anything that Zayats is doing, honestly.
Yeah, so far my prohibitive MVP. He's been very good for the team.
Nice combination here is probably going to bring Resolution down, and that will be the first blood secured for Sumail.
Yep, so 2 really good lanes for them so far. 1 disastrous lane for them so far. And I guess Zayats is beating the jungle. I don't know if that half a lane.
Yeah, he has top CS in that full jungle mode that he's currently doing, and 33 is practically doing the same at this point. In fact, No Tail's even going to show up to mid lane because 33 is so low, he can't defend his tower right now. So they are going to have that extra bit of experience efficiency on both sides, where somebody's jungling and a hero is able to get more experience out of lane as a result. That's only if they're there for the actual creeps. Gotta make sure you don't die.
And 33 is doing okay XP-wise.
Yeah.
Because of all his jungling, and he's jungling nearby the creep wave, so even though a lot of these creeps are being denied from him, he's getting XP, which is pretty important, and he's gonna get a bottled rune, so much better laning phase this time around for OG.
Saksa goes ahead and tries to make a journey into the enemy jungle to see what's what, see what Zayats is up to. Does get pushed away pretty quickly.
Oh, nice.
Courier,
that's gold.
Though, that is a belt of giant strength that is being denied here. Seb doesn't quite have his level 6, but he can do some damage to solo, certainly.
Dude, that's 250 gold. It's pretty much a tower, man.
Nice use of the Fortune's End on himself. It hit Seb as well, and it purged off his movement speed buff that you get from the Q. Only 1 kill so far in the first 6 minutes. It seems like it's going to be a little bit of a snoozer here for a laning phase. Sumail gets his flame guard burned away, jumps over to get that bounty rune.
Oh, he doesn't know about it.
Oh.
I think he just assumes it's naturally gone.
And he didn't put his spirit back out, so he's going to have to run out to lane.
Oh, he didn't. Was it off?
He had no mana.
Ah. I see. Okay. Kind of sucks for him.
Indeed it does.
Still, all 3 of their cores are farming really well. Oh, no, he did have one. Austin, you crazy?
I guess I was crazy. Thought he was out of charges.
I was like, why would he ever do that? It doesn't cost anything.
Oh, jump for it. Inkswell quickly get burned off. Short little stun onto Resolution.
Why did I believe you?
You know, sometimes you gotta test you on these things.
When you said he had no mana, I was very
making
confused.
sure you were paying attention.
I was like, okay.
Iron Talon for Zayats. He's gonna get his level 6 soon. And an early pressure on that bottom lane. With no one making the rotation, looks like they wanted to try and get a kill with Primal Roar, Reaper's Scythe. An early kill on a Sumail would do a lot to prevent OG from getting into that phase that we're talking about, where they're just going to be running at Virtus Pro nonstop. But I feel like this very doldrum of a laning phase is going to VP's favor in a way. And just the fact that, like, with nothing's happening, it's kind of good. Resolution forces uses Primal Roar. Dragon Form is also on cooldown. Maybe this is an opportunity. Seb, can he get close enough to be able to get the duel? He might be able to. Here he pops his W and will manage to close it up, but he's been disarmed. Very nicely done by Solo. Some damage is going to come in. No Tail might be able to get there with Ace well after the Purge is out, so they will manage to get that kill, even if it's not a dual one. Now the Helmet Dominator creep, though, is going to be able to catch Seb, and he's got the Black Hole ready to go. There is no stun to stop this. It will be a 1-for-1 trade-off, but at top lane, ILTW with the Dragon Form out dies. So while they bottom lane engagement certainly into the favor of VP overall, seems like OG walked away with win.
Yeah, they're going to continue to be really happy about this laning phase. The Necrophos is still free farming, but they have, I really feel like they have decent-ish tools at dealing with them. They have a Purge if they want, and I think they should. They have a Spirit Vessel Carrier too.
Sumail booking it forward. See if he can kill Resolution. That's ensnared, though. Cost him a lot of his HP, and he's a little bit scared to challenge any longer. Now he's going to cut through the trees. His haste rune is about to wear out soon. Jump away, but Resolution coming back.
He might still be dead. They have Hawk vision on him.
They have Hawk on him. The Hawk is going to allow them to deal to dive this tower.
No.
OG. Oh, Seb's going to try and come in. Actually, the Legion Commander getting canceled there, or maybe canceling it himself as they see multiple heroes raiding in. They leave him alive long enough to get the Reaper Scythe kill.
Oh, that was disastrous.
For over 40 seconds.
That was really, really bad for him. Thought he, with the haste, he was just going to be fine, but he ran around in pretty big loops, and then the Hawk was already set up for that kill, and no one was just there. And how could they really predicted that maneuver by the Necrophos? He didn't even have a rune or anything. He just straight up walked down there, predicted that that was going to happen.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
and he sees a DD rune at bottom, so helps his game out a little bit more.
And VP, they've kept their safe lane tower alive while still managing to take OG's tower. Already a bit of a unfortunate start for OG as we transition out of the laning phase and into those early reminiscences of laning early game.
Yeah, and Zayats is still having an absolute free game. I mean, all of his 4 position heroes, for whatever reason, it just feels like he has such a free time. Mid lane.
This would be a massive kill, but I just don't see them
purge
getting up. Okay, maybe with the purge and everything, 33 is going to help Sumail claim that kill. They had to blow everything they had and bring almost everybody to that mid lane, but they killed big no one Necrophos. The Siege Wagon push is still there as well. Sumail, I think he kind of wants to defend this if possible.
Really nice kill by them, and it's with the SD, the purge. They can get him every single time.
Yep.
Soulcatcher is very effective on him too, and without the Oracle being in position or having his level 6, like no problem. No ulti, no issues, but they're gonna make a
here comes big rotation though. Seb immediately gonna be stunned up, and here comes Sumail. Thinks well, stun possible, doesn't get there in time. Science though does get changed up. He's immediately gonna die. A stun from that Centaur Conqueror does so much, but a Soulbind onto 2. This is beautiful for OG if they can actually bring down this support, but he does manage to get off the False Promise and turn around the duel onto the 2 of them. The Reaper Scythe is gonna be able to cut him down though. He loses that duel, and ILTW and Solo Bolt to walk away healthy, but Sumail is still able to claim 1 kill. Oh, we got popped there. Saksa was able to do enough damage to ILTW. No one's gonna fall as well. The duel with the Soulbind setup, it didn't look great at first, but in the end, it results in a team wipe here as Solo is going to be the last man down.
Saksa, very good hold on that ulti. I'm surprised that it even looked that close on VP's side.
Yeah.
Like, no one was really dying there, and all of a sudden that turnaround They get the Necrophos ulti onto Seb. Looked like it was going to go okay for them. But then Saksa just sat back, got to cast all his spells for free. He's a higher level than the Dragon Knight carry. A very good game for him. And they did such a good job of finding Zayats first.
Virtus Pro gonna have to be a bit more careful there on the next mid lane push that they attempt like that. OG, they get a little damage back here, but Zayats will make sure it's not going to be an overwhelming amount.
I mean, they want to go for it again.
Yeah, it seems like it. But this is a very low cooldown OG team. They can just fight again if they want.
And think about how quickly their other lanes are going to push out. Like, this is what I meant by they don't have the best ways to deal with this.
Yeah.
Like, somebody's going to have to go. There's a lot of farm at top. 33 is just going to push that in. He's got Greaves fully complete, so he's quite tanky himself. He is caught up in a big way in this mid lane. He's level 12 already, highest net worth.
Dire are scanning.
Smoke up a scan from Virtus Pro, but do they know about Samael here on the side with that high ground vision? They might have, but Samael still able to get on top of Solo here. Has to be careful the Dragon Tail though. It's going to be coming. Oh, he managed to dodge it. The Soulbind onto 2. Quickly, No Tail's going to be woken back up. The double steal. This is looking beautiful. Zayat's coming in from the side though with a black hole on it too, but it's quickly canceled by the disruption. They finish off the duels. ILTW will survive a little bit longer, but he's taking so much damage. He will still fall. Samael looks for the next one. He's just going to run over Solo here. Take that kill, turn back for Zayat, who dared to try and black hole OG, but now they're going to try and chase him down. These support's a little bit slow, but Samael, he's a lot quicker as long as he hits the slight chains. Ooh, just outside of range. Unable to get that, but does get the 200 gold from the Helmet Dominator creep, 3 kills, and a tower. OG building up on a lead now.
I mean, Brian's about to lose his house.
And Brian's about to lose his mind.
His condo, 95 to 5. I really feel like you're underestimating how quick OG can play, and the difference between a team that can non-stop push waves and a team that can't. The team that can push waves will always have the opportunity to make plays like this because they're never going to be in position together.
Yeah.
And Saksa, like the way that he gets to team fight because the rest of his team can run in, this is what they needed in game number 1, Viking versus OG. Like, Viking needed somebody that could just run in so that the Shadow Demon could just press spells at his leisure. And they'll just continue to get hunted around the map.
They have duel here, and Resolution had been cornered. This should be more damage for Seb. Pushes him to the side with the Primal Roar. There it is, the second duel win of Seb.
And they'll defend mid tower too. Look at this speed at which
they can catch no one too.
Just keep going up.
Unfortunately, no duel for Seb to go for any follow-up, but if they get the swell, maybe they can actually get here in time. The perk is going to go off, though. Quickly removes it. The stun, momentary, but the Soulbind locking the 2 of them together. Reaper Scythe going down. Seb, he will actually die here. Not with the extra Reaper Scythe death timer added on, but he still falls. (13-4) now. Virtus Pro.
Yeah.
Managed to get a decent kill and halt some of OG's aggression, but something tells me they're not going to slow down that much. Zayat's hiding away here. He's been trying to squirrel away farm when he can. They know he was here because the camps are missing, so they check the high ground, find his ward, but they don't find him.
Smart, and a good TP out. Just trying to reset. And now it's going to be VP for the second time in this tournament where they just have to play completely on the back foot. They're going to have to stall the game out a little bit more and try to get a lot more farm, in fact.
What was the first time that they had to do this?
I think the Sniper Techies game.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I think all the other games, there might have been games that I haven't cast or anything, but I think the games that I saw anyways,
yeah,
for the most part, they were in control of the early game.
Like you said, we didn't cast that one Pudge game, which looked like a throwaway.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened in that game.
Seemed like they were just kind of clowning around as they had already secured their group stage and at least game 1. No one going to be caught here. Solo is going to be able to bail him out with a false promise, but I'm not sure how long this is going to last. No one. He has a lot of heals, but can he stop all this damage? I don't think so. The duel's going to go down, and they do manage to win it. Solo behind his tier 3 is being chased by Samael. Zoom! There he goes, ignoring that magic immunity and going straight for the physical damage. Takes down Solo, and they just keep it up. Now he's going to bounce over to bottom lane to fend that tower while the rest of the team hits mid.
And he to Fire Remnant, so he can continue to just push out all the waves. It's just, again, I can't stress this enough. VP, they can't really push out waves very easily without committing heroes, and that's why they're just dying around the map nonstop.
Yeah.
If you're wondering, like, oh, why isn't VP just playing safe? Like, how can they play safe? They have no one can push out waves. So they have to commit heroes, and if OG are really good, which, you know, they are, and they're playing very well, you can continue to just keep finding them on the waves, and you'll find kill opportunities every single time.
Yeah.
Because somebody has to go push out the wave. And unfortunately, it's just going to have to continuously be Necrophos. In my opinion, he's the tankiest person, and I say that with strong air quotes.
Yeah. Against the 5-man of OG, hell, even just against the Shadow Demon himself, becomes a whole lot squishier. Samael jumping forward, double remnanting, knowing that somebody was down. Hero's resolution. He pushed that bottom lane in time and time again. Zayats is still managing to find farm inside of the Radiant jungle. He's been excellent at this. In fact, he's even going to cut a wave in mid before he very likely TPs out, I would guess. Or maybe he's going to try and go. No, yeah. Time to get out. 33 hunts him.
They're doing some real diversion tactics to try to extend this game now.
Yeah.
This is when you know a team is kind of desperate.
And it is kind of working. I mean, it's been a couple of close calls, but they've managed through those close calls. Seb goes for the neutral item, but he is on the verge here of getting ganked. They just don't see a whole lot of heroes on VP. They want to play around this vision that they have on the high ground. They're just not sure where most of OG is right now.
I don't really know what they're playing for, though, is the problem, too. Like, I think OG's lineup scales pretty well.
Yeah. Like, Virtus Pro may have, like, eventually the strongest late game, but it's going to take a while, especially if Seb keeps on getting these dual wins. Not going to get it here, though. Zayats certainly will die. 33 managed to pick up that kill with a vacuum. He is dominating.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Blitz, as you always like to say, you have to win a team fight. And it's hard to see how Virtus Pro is going to be able to do that against the current OG.
I say two things. I say push the waves and win a team fight.
Push the waves, win the fights.
How to do so, though, Cap?
Solo. Trying to juke through here. Not going to make it for long, though.
You'll just continuously get hunted in lanes. It is OG's game to throw at this point. 5k lead, 17-4. They can't get bounty runes even if they wanted to.
Deso on the Ember Spirit. So Samael is actually going to be hitting really hard. We haven't seen a physical damage build like this in a bit.
So there is one scenario where you don't care about pushing waves, and that's if your 5-man is so much objectively stronger that you can just run down a wave and force them to come fight you. As we're going to see, the odds are not even that favor for OG.
No.
They do finally take like the lead in this, but like last game, their lineup was so much stronger at 5-on-5ing that it didn't matter that they couldn't push out waves, right? Because they could just march down lanes together.
Yeah.
And Axe was finding so many solo pickoffs that he scared them off the waves anyways. But in this game, I think they were going for a similar concept with their 5-man being stronger, which is why they made that mid move. But once that mid move fails and you lose like the subsequent like 5 fights, suddenly your lineup has no real comeback potential aside from Black Hole at this point. Zayats can still, and I think he's like the lone hope right now, is he's going to have to hit some like crazy Black Hole because they are against 3 melee cores.
Yeah. And if he can't get his BKB, he's got a great chance of getting at least a team fight winning Black Hole, maybe even a game winning one. But it's going to get hard as they have to give up some of these objectives like the Roshan Aegis now for the Ember. And this is why Zayats is always playing inside of the Radiant jungle. He's dropping sentries to make sure they don't see him. He's doing anything he can to find pieces of farm and safe areas of the map. Because he knows, OG, they don't want to be sitting around their tier 2 areas.
They just keep sending Necrophos mid to push out lanes because, again, he's like their sacrificial lamb, unfortunately.
He is the offering. And occasionally, Virtus Pro will try and bait him out. He tried it at least once earlier, but for now, It's a 3-man smoke. Where are they going to go with this? Looks like no one's going to show himself in the lane. And the
They're
others are
trying to go all the way to
down.
bottom to catch the one person that's going to come push this wave.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is a pretty smart move.
Radiant's bottom tower
And this supposes that OG wants to even defend this bottom tower.
Radiant's
But if you don't have heroes down here already, I think this is actually a pretty greedy move by OG to try to defend.
Yeah. At this point, it's like, why take top tower and defend bottom when we could just go for 2 tier 2s?
Yeah,
we could
I
just
agree.
switch over to mid lane.
And you can even start hitting top, which is what they're going to do. And this will force heroes back. This alone will tell OG that their assumption was correct.
Yeah.
Because nobody came to defend mid or top.
bottom tower.
Like Seb actually got to hit top for free for a few hits.
Oh, he tried to blink into the back line. And so instead,
Look
he's
at
going to
that
go for
dead.
the duel, and it looks like no one. He's just dead without solo to bail him out. No one's Necrophos just falls under the slightest hint of pressure.
18-4. They're going to go high ground here. And again, it all comes down to this BKB black hole. Soxa just has to worry about his positioning to make sure that he gets the cancel because there's no BKB, just blink black hole.
Dire's top
Make life
tower
easy
has fallen.
for yourself.
Samael is going to be able to defend bottom lane while simultaneously still being able to join the boys when it's needed.
And ILTW, he's like, do I really want to be DK in this game? No one dies. They're all so tanky.
Yeah.
There's some different ways for me to die.
They've got some damage problems for sure.
They've got a lot of problems for sure. So they're about to lose racks at 23 minutes. It's 18-4, 9k gold lead. And OG are showing absolutely no signs of stopping.
Yeah. It's Deso builds from Samael is actually doing a decent amount of damage to the tower. Not the most amazing thing in the world, but between his Deso and the press the attack, they do manage to take that top lane without Virtus Pro contesting.
They really do have high ground issues on the side of OG, and so they're like, just get Deso, bro. It's not even amazing, but just get it.
Just get it so somebody can hit the buildings. And with the Aegis, he can do so with some serious confidence. And Virtus Pro, they don't feel confident about defending their base until they have the BKB. Zayat is still a ways away from that. He only has his Blink Dagger plus the Ogre Axe, another 1,200 gold there. ILTW, he has his BKB at least. So there is a team fight item that they can really rally behind. Will it solve their damage issues? Maybe not. But at least somebody can confidently tank the brunt of OG's offense. Resolution. Trying to sneak something here. The Soulbind just looking to be able to slow down Zayat and catch him if he gets close to an ally. Zayat is going to be stunned up here, and it looks like Seb should be able to get there for the duel. Give him the duel damage. They do. Up to 66 now.
Radiant are scanning.
We're about to get a meme score too. The meme team.
Possibly if Samael can root out the Beastmaster, who continues to do his little creep cutting shenanigans. Zayat's helping him out with Eidolons when he can. Mid push, only a little bit time left for that Aegis. In fact, it may even be reclaimed here before they can get to the high ground.
I think they're just going to hit it anyways.
Yeah, I think they got another 25 seconds, I believe.
Yeah, there's no glyph. Enigma's dead. He's their only way to salvage this fight at all. They're about to get double Rex here at 20.
Look, they're just ignoring no one.
They don't care about him.
They're like, yeah, Solo, go ahead. Save him if you need to. Put Fate's Edict on him, purge him out.
How will you do it?
Do whatever you need to do. They're going to stun up 33 here. Zayat's going to pop forward with the Malphus as well. 33 quickly cleanses that one. The silence onto no one with the Fate's Edict. He's currently unable to do anything right now. The duel with the back end with the wall. What a combo. That takes out 2. They have a buyback already. They is going to be the range barracks. It's going to fall. And yeah, OG, they just back up nice and easy. Virtus Pro, no more catch for them. OG feeling themselves now. Start dropping some of the all chat lines.
Yeah, we're just going to trade out stomps here. Score is 4-20. Thank you. There is a BKB on ILTW. I don't think this item changes anything. I think the only thing you have to play on is BKB Blink Black Hole. Like, you're literally just trying to all in on this one concept right now.
Seb, he said, I don't need a duel. I will just beat you down to a pulp. He's got it now, so he'll catch Solo to make sure that he does get that extra
Solo might live here.
damage.
Oh, my life.
Barely gets the dual win
so
in time.
close to living, honestly.
ILCW chained up, but honestly, they don't need to go for that DK. It's unnecessary. Look at Seb. He's just beating up the tier 4s. They have the repair kit, though. They're going to jump forwards. No one targeted here. No duel to continue to keep him in place, and the Ghost Shroud protects him pretty decently well. So OG, they start backing up. It's either tier 4s against a repair kit, or they give up on their current positioning and go for the bottom tier towers.
Yeah, and Enigma was just farming the entire time, trying to get his BKB, which he does. He's saying, guys, I have to ignore you. Let me get this one item. And you know it's going to be sick when OG gets 5-man wiped and like a 75 gold lead exchange happens. It's going to be like a 5-0 and they get like 7 towers. And OG are still up 13k.
Try harder. Try harder.
Well, a full up data list is next for Samael with a level 20 talent coming in soon. Seb just keeps on taunting Virtus Pro. The smoke up from Virtus Pro. They're not going to wait on their high ground. They're going to try and catch OG at least once here outside of the base. They've got some nice high ground vision here. They're going to show the Necrophos. They're ready to go with the BKB Blink Black Hole. OG. Have to be careful not to take the bait here and not to group up too much.
Dire are scanning.
Seb is going to be on the front lines. Samael creeping up the side, spotted by the Hawk though. Maybe if Resolution can cut his way over there, he can find this opportunity. He's close enough for the Primal Roar, but his team is a fair distance away. More of them going to tunnel through this right-hand side, while Seb trying to position himself to be a target. Poke at him a little bit. There goes the DK. He jumps forward, immediately jumping onto No Tail. He doesn't really have a whole lot of damage with the Reaper Sight. Will manage to almost cut him down, but destruction is there instead. He's already taken Solo out. Now they're going to turn around. ILCW bottoms his BKB, but no! The black hole! It's a total weapon science, and they take the time to tip him as they take out Virtus Pro. The GG is instantly called as soon as they see a black hole with nobody inside.
For nothing.
You waited, you gave up 2 lanes of barracks, you farmed, you found